Hey Tauros fans, welcome back to the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. I'm Olivia Tasto alongside Ken Oda, and tonight we're getting you set for the Watford Warthogs against the Minnesota Mallards. You know, unfortunately, Tauros did drop last night's game, but let's take a look back at some highlights. In the first period, Ken, what were your thoughts?
Tauros played well. They got up on a 1-0 lead and controlled the play for the most part in that first period. The second period is where it fell apart, as it often has a lot of times this season.
You know, and I think the second period, the Tauros just really weren't communicating. We didn't see a lot of that on the ice. We saw a lot of communication from the Mallards. You know, for a team that is currently sitting in last place, you would not be able to have seen that or be able to tell that last night. I was impressed with their play, impressed with their communication, and some of their goals were really impressive, in my opinion.
Yeah, a struggling power play put up 3 power play goals against the Tauros. Only one of them in that second period, 2 more in the third, and it was a tough go for the Tauros when the Mallards were on the power play. Tauros also, against what was a very low-ranked penalty kill, only got 1 power play goal of their own, I believe. So just overall a tough night for the Tauros.
Then looking at some of those goals, you know, we had Luca Orgi getting that just complete sniper of a goal. Obviously super impressive to see him. And looking back at his weekend, last weekend, I mean, in Aberdeen, impressed with him. And then we had Briggs Canott getting that goal, so definitely super exciting for him as well. You know, a player that has came back to Minot and just proven himself over and over again that he deserves the spot and deserves to wear the jersey. Always super impressed with his play.
Yeah, a strong performance for him. That whole line, Luca Ori, Ivan Sidorov, and Briggs Canott have come on strong in this second half, but at a certain point, you've got to stop worrying about moral victories, and the Tauros need to start getting actual victories. Last night's loss pushes them 2 points farther out of the playoff spot. Again, Watertown and North Iowa are the next 2 weeks, so certainly not dead. The Tauros are making the task as difficult as possible on themselves.
Yeah. Now let's take a look at our Minotauros Booster Club players to watch. For tonight's game, I've selected Numenko. You know, I've been super impressed with his presence on and off the ice. I just feel like he's always catching my eye. He's had 12 games here in Minot with 7 points. That's 1.7 points per game and 3 power play assists in those 12 games. So obviously hoping to see a lot of that action tonight. I always feel like I'm catching him on the ice. Very physical. Kind of can play every position you put him into. You know, I always feel like he's all over the ice in a good way, the best way possible you want someone on your team. Ken, who's your player?
He's brought a physical presence as well.
For sure.
I'm going with Briggs Canott. We were just talking about it. That line with Sidorov and Ori has really clicked. 2 points last night for Canott, and really night in, night out, he's making good decisions. And maybe not the flashiest player, but he's consistently doing the hard work, the small things that you need players to do in order to win games.
Yeah, I would definitely say the same thing. You know, he's kind of, no pun intended, the not holding a lot of that together when we see him out on the ice. Minotauros fans, now let's take a look at our home key group keys to tonight's game. Ken, what's your key to tonight's game?
Simply find a way. Forget style points, statement wins, or statistics at this point. There are 17 games left in the season. The Tauros need to make up 8 points to catch Watertown and North Iowa. The margin of error pretty much gone at this point. Tauros need to start getting points. They need to start now tonight.
Yeah. My key to tonight's game is owe the owner, but also with that, owe the organization. I think the Tauros know how big of a fan base they have behind them, and I think owing that to them, you know, I think with these alumni interview, Presley and I have been doing, you know, the fans have also been getting to see everyone gives back to Brad Porter being, you know, what it means to wear a Tauros jersey, and I think the Tauros need to, or I guess I should say Warthogs for today, need to take a step back and realize that how lucky they are to be playing here and really owe it back to the people, because I think they know they can do it, and I think they know the people believe in them, but they need that kind of final push per se.
For sure. The pride in wearing the jersey has
100%.
been a common theme among the guys that I've listened to you guys do the alumni interviews. I haven't seen all the ones that haven't aired yet either, but yeah, that seems to be a common theme, whether it's Tyler Parks, the first NCAA commit, or some of the more recent guys you guys have talked to.
And I think that's one thing that stays consistent through all those interviews. And, you know, looking to in 2 or 3 years when, you know, the next set of interns is interviewing our guys, I want them to be able to have that same presence and that same mentality of just how much it meant. Now let's take a look at our mobile games that you can win prizes on through tonight's game. The first one is the Forebear Sportsbook over-unders, with the first one set at Total Fighting Majors called set at 1.5. I felt like we started to see that physicality last night, especially with Wicklund down in that lower corner. I'm going to take the over on that one.
Yeah, I think frustration is high for the Tauros, and if things don't go their way early, I wouldn't be shocked to see someone try to light a spark by dropping the glove, so I'm going to go over on that.
Yes. The second one is total combined second period shots on goal, 20 and a half. You know, I think both teams defensively tonight are going to be really trying for that. Ken, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to take the under. Looking last night, their second period was actually 27 shots, 20 shots in the first period, but I'm still going to take the under. I'm expecting both teams to want to clean up the defense.
Right. I'm going to take the under as well. And the last one is total Tauros goals set at 3.5. I'm going to take the over on this one. I think this morning seeing the boys, this was the first time where I've really seen it in them that I think they're kind of ready to come out and show up tonight and have that physicality and that winning mentality that they need to have.
Tauros put up 4 last night. I'm looking for more of the same. Offense hasn't really been much of an issue lately. They've been scoring more. So I'm going to take the over on that, which brings us to our McDonald's Tauros trivia question. How many different countries are represented on the Tauros roster? Is it 5, 6, 7, or 8?
Oh, Ken, this is a good question, especially with the Olympics. And I feel like we were just talking about this. And now I feel like a fake intern not knowing the correct answer. But I think I'm going to say 6.
All right, fans. Well, you can get your guess in the Tauros Hockey mobile app. It's an easier one. Well, actually, not really, because the league site doesn't. They list the hometown, but they don't list the home state or city or country. So it just has the town. So you'll have to do a little bit of digging, but a chance to get the free lunch from our friends at Dakota Drive McDonald's.
Yes. Well, that will do it for our Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. We'll send it out, and then we'll be back for Puck Drop.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzel, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood. It's
Welcome fans into the Rough Riders Center in Watford City, North Dakota. Tauros, rebranded as the Watford Warthogs for the weekend, getting ready to take on the Minnesota Mallards and salvage a split on the weekend. Tauros in the red Watford Warthog jerseys, black buckets, breezers, and gloves. The Mallards in the white home jerseys, white socks, yellow buckets, and gloves, maroon breezers for the Mallards. Warthogs will be working from right to left on your computer screen or smart device, however you are tuned in to the Minotauros Network. We are glad to have you aboard here on Valentine's night. Hopefully you're cuddled up with the one you love, getting ready to watch some Tauros hockey. Puck is down and we are underway. Mallards control the draw. Near side, they give it up to Bauer Murphy. He banks ahead along the near side wall. Puck down low. Nolan touches ahead. Nemenko looks to chip it in. He gets stood up hard. Ramirez delivers a big hit in that far corner and then frees the puck up. He tried to one-hand it to the front, but it didn't connect. Pushed ahead on the far side. And now a shot blocked up off the glass. We'll get you the starting goaltending matchup shortly. Ty James hits the red line, tries to give to Ramirez for a tap-in. Took 2 tries. Sidorov up on the pressure. Puck out to neutral. Knott dumps it in. Out of his net to stop it is Connor McKenzie. Leaves it around to the near side for Gordon. Gordon pinned there. They battle along the near side boards. The puck is out. They've got a man in behind the defense. It's Hoeing. Hoeing, shot save made. Rebound hammered home by the Mallards. Not the start the Tauros were looking for. As we have played 1:09, and the Mallards are on the board. Puck hammered down the ice. Nichols fires it on net. Big hit behind the net by Nichols. Hoeing, who just scored, looking to attack again. Good stick there by Mullen, frees it up. And now a puck gobbled up. By Cook, 18:24 left to play here in period 1. Tauros trail 1-0. Puck around to the near side. Long shot, tip out front, jam behind the net. Picked up Lugarelli, puts it out front for a one-timer that's hoisted over. And that's scooped up by Cook for a whistle. Draw to the left of Cook. Flicked ahead for Sidorov. Sidorov jams it up and out of play for a whistle. .17:46 left. Puck controlled by the Tauros and dumped in. Puck rolled out. Spino gets by Spadaro and then fans on the shot. A good stick by Schwarz. Carried ahead and chipped up ice. Ori. Into the zone, near side. Puck freed up and eventually chipped ahead. Kolmakov pressures Watson. Bove touches ahead. It comes back to Watson. He'll dump this in from the red line. It checks up behind Cook's net for Mullen. Tauros. Start up ice, or I should say Warthogs. Rolled deep. Put in front. It didn't connect with Reen. Pass was from the stick of Kolmakov. Shot from Stewart, tipped up and over the net. Big hit on the far side, but the Mallards find the puck first, fly it out to neutral. Stewart dumps it right back in. It'll bounce on net. Davidson chips to the far side. Tauros were mid-change. Ty James coming on that change, dumps it back in. Tauros touch up. Foils pursues, but the puck's out to neutral. Ty James up the far side. Puck poked free. Support comes from Nichols. Rolls it into the zone. He was short of center. That goes for an icing. Icing is brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Social media check-ins. The Smith-Manic crew checking in from behind the Toro bench. Kowitz family's aboard. The Nelsons are here. Checking in from Richardson is Tanya Shaw-Canaro. The Spiels are out in New Hampshire. Long shot, save made. Follow-up try. That one, I'm not sure if it got through or not. So much traffic, I couldn't even see the Toro net. Now flip from behind the cage is covered with the catching glove by Cookie. Speaking of Cookie, maybe. We'll get to him at the next whistle. Sally B and the Chicago crew aboard. The Tostos are in Chicagoland. The Davises set up for their Valentine's date watching Toro hockey. And Charles Wilburn is in Omaha again. Out to neutral. Nemenko banks ahead. But it's picked off and now fired on net. Cook stops that one. From behind the net, Gordon trying to get it to the front, cut off instead by Nemenko. Nemenko rolls it up ice for Ramirez. It was off the mark. Nolan frees it up, tries to give to Ramirez for a jam at the side of the net. That doesn't go. Nemenko digs it out. Gives to Nolan. He couldn't kick to the stick. Gordon finds it first, flicks ahead on the near side, not out. Puck pinballs. Nemenko finds it, turnaround shot, ends up in the near side corner. Nolan plays the body on Gordon, wins the battle, and guides it along to the near point for Stewart. Back down into the corner it goes. Stewart trying to center it, hit a leg and carry him to the near side. Ramirez banks to the far side where Stewart takes over. Stewart making a move down the wall, forced to turn. Comes across for Schwarz. Schwarz, long shot. Hits traffic, and then a follow-up try to the front. Takes a deflection and carries out to neutral. Luca Ori gathers there, looks to speed into the zone. He lost the puck on the near side. It's chipped ahead. Kuznier fed it up ice for Roberts. Roberts chips it into the far corner. Prusek couldn't gather it there. Instead, it's picked up by Kuznier, who broke his stick right at the end of warm-ups. So he's out there with a new twig. 14:10 left to go here in period number one. Fast-moving period. Not a lot of whistles so far here early. This is far side Schwarz. He's been trapped out on the ice for a bit. Tauros trying to get out of their zone. Big hit on the far side. That was delivered by Spino. Ori got the worst of that collision. Up ice for Reen. To the near corner, he is hit hard. And the puck kept at the point by Ty James. Watson cuts off the pass, however, and starts the Mallards up ice. That gets by Davidson. Mallards will start from behind their own net. Long pass ahead for Bove. Ty James and Dom Pikic were there. Big hit in the corner by Ty James. Bove still has James' stick. Finally, Ty just lets it go. He's able to get it back. Now it's turned over in front. Bove shot shrugged off by Cookie. Flicked ahead, bouncing puck Ramirez. And Bove jousting in the far side of the neutral zone while the puck is down in the Toro end. Bove plays it to the front, bouncing puck picked up by Pikic. Pikic has it poked off his stick. But Pierman had to go all the way back to his own zone to chase it down. Throws up ice for Gordon. Gets through Cook. Toros control anyway. Ori forced back. Mallard's getting aggressive on the forecheck. Near side, cannot. Soft chip into the near corner. Ori after it with speed. Ori around behind the net. Couldn't settle it down. Neither could Sidorov. Ori gets it back. Guides it back to the point. Mullen. Mullen across near point. Stewart. Stewart looking for a lane. Carries down instead. Puts it in front. Stick save. Touched up top. Mullen fans on it. And the Toros have to regroup in neutral. Cannot. Couldn't settle it down. It's picked up instead by Del Senor. He'll come across to the near side and Chrisman. Gordon was laying down in neutral ice. I don't know what happened there. It was well off the puck. Physicality picking up in this one both ways. As Kuzier takes this away. Works on Mullen. Drops it for Spino, whose shot is stopped. I'm sorry. That was Domina, 26, not 25. Another long shot kicked away. The rebound laid in front. Toros do well to prevent a follow-up try. Now a long shot is soaked up by Cook. Speaking of Cook, let's take a look at his numbers coming into play tonight. 10-6-1 on the season, a 3.102 goals against, averaging a 904 save percentage. Draw will be to the right of Cook. Puck back to the point, long shot, deflects to the near corner. Back line's been waved off icing, front line's been called it anyway. Excuse me. Where will they put this draw? Draw to the right of Cook. As the Mallards benefit from the errant whistle. Jam play in front. never ends up towards the net. The Toros, Ty James gathers. James pushing play. Chips it to the near side, looks to gather it himself. He and Murphy come together. It's dug out by the Mallards. Hoeing ahead. Dumped into the Toro zone. Cook stops it. Pass up the near wall, finds Morelli. Spino just crushed Spadaro. Meanwhile, Morelli feeds it behind the net. Ramirez couldn't get it to the front. Nichols delivers a huge hit, and that is an offside play. We've got our media timeout. We'll take 1-2 when we come back. The rest of period number 1, Toros trail 1-0 early first.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Welcome back inside the Rough Rider Center in Watford City, North Dakota. Toros trail 1-0, 9:43 to play as the puck was dropped. Mallards back on the attack again. Long shot, save made by Cook. Rebound given, and Cook able to get over. $9:25 to play in the first. This is Watson. Long shot, gloved and held by Cook, who's been under siege to start this one. Toros getting outshot 11-2 through the first 10 minutes and 43 seconds of tonight's contest. Make that 13-2 now as they add those last couple of chances in. Another long shot, that's blockered aside. Ty James flicks it to the near side. Mallards ring it to the near again. Watson plays it down low, moves to the near side. Touched up top for Davidson. Long shot, blocker save, and the rebound's up and out of play. Smet Ellis crew checking in from the frozen surface of Lake Metagoshi. The Brits checking in from home. Donna and Walt Myers checking in from Ridley Park, Pennsylvania. Krista Gordon rooting for Berg and Bove of the Mallards is aboard. Draw punched to the near corner. Toros play it up the wall. Watson with a good pinch. Keeps it alive. Pikich behind the Toro net. He'll try the far side. Ori. Big hit by Sidorov, and it's ruled to be a hand pass on the Mallards. Right now, the help of the officials seems to be the only way the Toros can get out of their own zone. Sidorov wins it back. Spadaro Far side, Ori. Poked at, and eventually Ori carries it into the zone. Ori shot, it's in! How did that go in? What looked like a nothing play for the Tauros. Ori was finally able to pick his way through and just flipped one by to tie this game with 8:15 left in the first. Get another look thanks to our friends at Mackenzie Health. Ori surrounded by 4 Mallards. Beats them all. And the Tauros have tied it up despite being significantly outplayed. Morelli driving the net. Couldn't pull the trigger on his shot. Stewart ahead for foils. Puck rolled ahead. Morelli touched that, and he was offside, apparently. Draw one back. Controlled by the Tauros. Ty James dumps it in. This is ahead for Christman. And that goes up and out of play. So the draw stays in the Tauros zone to the left of Cook. .7:29 to play here in period number 1. Tauros hold on, it's Ty James. Banks ahead. Carried into the zone by Kuznier. Kuznier's shot, it's in. On the rush, barred down for Kuznier. And just like that, the Tauros trail once again. Here's another look. Kuznier into the zone, puts it over the sliding defender, under the crossbar and over the glove of Cook. There wasn't a lot of room there. But it was enough. And the Tauros trail again. Tauros pressuring on the far side. Puck bounced out to neutral. Spadaro couldn't settle that down. Wicklund does. Gets the better of the collision with Lucarelli. Rien down low. Poked away from him, and the puck picked up by Smith-Connect. Long pass ahead. Spadaro plays the body. Rien on the near side into the zone. Bumped along the wall. Gets through one. Back to the point. Stewart pops it to the half wall. Bouncing puck. Wicklund couldn't find the handle. It's gathered up instead by Smith-Connect. Smith-Connect pressured by Wicklund. Throws up the far side. Arm is up. That will go for an icing. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Let's go down to ice level. And Olivia, Liv.
Thanks, Ken. Obviously, being down here in Watford, we do have the Warthog jerseys. So if you haven't gotten your bids in, make sure you head over to the Rough Rider Dash and get your bids in before it ends tonight. Obviously, this is our last game in Watford for the season, so super, super excited to see these jerseys. And I might have to get myself one. You know, definitely haven't got one of these ones yet. Back to you, Ken.
Thank you, Olivia. This is Sidorov looking to the middle, bouncing puck. Tauros couldn't settle it down. Far side, Mullen gets his stick to it, but it gets tipped by him. On the rush, Roberts. Roberts working on Stewart. Shot, save made, rebound to the near circle. Picked up by Knott. Knott gives to Ori. Ori has trouble, and the puck played up the near wall. And flipped deep by Bove. Prusek to the near side. Knott. Toss to the far side. Davidson plays that out to neutral. Pushed back, Ty James. He tries the far side. The pass mishandled by Nichols. Now the Tauros are going to have to work in the defensive zone. Foils. Back to the point. Handed off, shot blocker save. A follow-up try doesn't get through to Cook. Tauros trying to push play up the far wall, can't get out of the zone again. This is Gordon in neutral. Chip to the near side. This is freed up. Wickland finds it. Shot blocked in front. Wickland tied up along the end wall. Kolmakov there to help out. Eventually it's Honing who finds it and throws ahead. It's out to neutral Pikic. Pikic has to wait for his mates to get on side. Now he tries a long shot that's gloved and held for a whistle by Connor McKenzie. Draw will be to the right of McKenzie. Sidorov and Makozak on the draw. Kicks back, Tauros control. Spadaro to Pikic to the near side. Ori's shot hits a leg. Caroms to the side of the net, Sidorov. Sidorov bumped down by Smith Connect. And the puck comes up the near wall. Spadaro dumps it in from the red line. McKenzie leaves it for Murphy. Murphy on the near side. Cuts to the middle. Tries to hand off to Spino. It's off the mark. Sidorov gives back to Ori on the far side. Ori drops for Knott. Knott walks in. Got tripped down. The Tauros will get a power play out of the good rush by the Sidorov line. Tauros to the First Western Bank power play. 23.12%, that's 12th in the league. 34th ranked kill for the Mallards, 69.08%. Tauros were just 1 for 4 on the power play last night. Here's another look at that scoring chance, and I think if you're the Tauros, you'd rather have that scoring chance back than the power play. Nolan behind the net, banks to the far side, Ori. Ori up top. Prusek, long shot, tip out front, goes wide. Morelli frees that puck up. Nolan jams it to the corner, but Watson will get there first and clear on the near side. No, kept in. Down to the corner, and Nolan. Nolan gives to Mullen. Mullen touches up top for Prusek. Back to Mullen, near side. Nolan to Mullen, up top, Prusek. Prusek and Ori trade places, drop down to Morelli. Morelli up top for Ori. Ori gives to Prusek. Tauros working that play up top. Now a long shot blocker save, rebound to the near side. Puck taken away and cleared. 58 seconds left on the power play. As the Tauros start up ice, Nemenko falls down. Sidorov hammers this into the zone. Puck to the far side. Stewart uses his body to protect and then hands up top for Ty James. To Nemenko. Nemenko comes near side for Stewart. Stewart up top for Ty James, right back to Stewart. Tries to dump it down low for Wicklund. Wickland's met there. Sidorov frees the puck up along the end wall. Tries to return it to Nemenko. Instead, it'll be pinned to the wall by Del Senor. Far side, it's freed up. Sidorov touches up top for Ty James. He'll give to Stewart. Stewart played it to the corner. Sidorov hands to Wicklund. Wicklund near side. Stewart. Stewart up top for Ty James. Looks over far side. Nemenko walks in. Wires. His shot's blocked. And the Mallards get the clear. Mallards come full strength as Stewart enters the zone. Tries a shot. It goes wide and checks up on the back of the net for Nemenko. Nemenko trying to work it over to Wicklund, who gets cross-checked in the teeth. Near side, final minute of play in period number 1, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment as Ty Gordon starts up, hands off to Roberts on the far side. Tip play in front doesn't go, picked up by Gordon. Back to the point, Smith connect, cross far side Murphy, long shot, and that misses high and wide. Gordon gathers the rebound, 40 seconds left in the period. Far side, Murphy throws it down low. It'll get to the near side. Foyles hustles over, doesn't get the clear. More help comes. A flying attempt by Spino to hit Nemenko. He ended up putting himself into the wall. Mahojak drops it back for Murphy. Murphy up the near side. Touched into the zone. Tauros will retreat and retrieve with 16 ticks to talk in the period. Spadaro guides it to the far side. Ty James comes across to the near side and Morelli. Morelli trying to get to the front, and he was pulled down with 2.5 seconds left. It's head contact is the call, and they're calling it on Spino, who's been launching himself at everyone for the first 20 minutes of tonight's contest. So the Tauros back to the first Western Bank power play. Only 2.5 seconds before the horn. Tauros are going to keep Cook on the bench. He had gone to the bench for the extra attacker. Tauros just banking on the fact that the Mallards can't send this puck all the way down to the empty net before the horn. No doubt Nemenko will try to put this to the cage while everyone else crashes. Perhaps the plan is to win it back to Sidorov. They do, but his shot is blocked. It went right into the helmet of Bove, who is down on the ice. He gets back up. Seems to be okay. More frustration than pain. But 20 minutes in the books, and the Warthogs trail by a score of 2-1. We will send it to a short break. When we come back, we'll hear from the benches after these messages on the Minotauros Network.
Define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back inside the Rough Rider Center here in Watford City, North Dakota. Tauros rebranded as the Watford Warthogs for the last time this weekend. We'll hear from the player who has the Warthogs goal. I think he's the Warthogs all-time leading scorer. I'll have to double check. But it's Olivia Tosto with the Farmers Union intermission interview down on the bench.
Thanks, Ken. I'm joined with Luca Ori. Luca, you now lead the team in points. How does that feel?
Feels good, but we got to get back to what really matters, and that's winning as a team. So, yeah, we'll continue. We'll try to do that, and our efforts got to be better here.
Including tonight's game, you now have scored or had points in the past 5 games. How do you maintain consistency like that?
Not thinking. Just going out there and playing like I did as a kid, and stick to the systems and keep battling.
All right, best of luck into the second. Thanks, Luca.
Thank you.
That will do it for the Farmers Union intermission interview. When we come back, we'll have the Forebears Casino Lodge intermission report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
Hi, I'd like to add my new motorcycle to my insurance policy, please.
Greetings. Is it a moped or unicycle?
No, it's a motorcycle.
Unicycling enhances core body strength.
No, it's a motorcycle. It has 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars.
Does it have rocket boosters?
Can I speak to a live agent?
Impossible. All agents have been neutralized.
At Farmers Union Insurance, technology is important, and so is finding the best options for our clients, person to person. Farmers Union Insurance. Local agents, more options, great rates.
At Northwest Tire, we're part of your community, and we want you to be part of our family. We're about more than tires. We're about superior customer service to keep your vehicles and equipment safely rolling down the road. If you'd like to join a company that truly cares for our customers and employees, come work with us and become part of our growing family. Apply at nwtire.com.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories, our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at minotbraces.com.
My family is what matters. Always has been. The family you choose. And the family you create. That's why I do it. Why I put on the uniform and serve. I do it to give them a future. Because no matter what I do, I always put my family first. So I can plan for their tomorrow by taking care of today.
A financial future worthy of your service.
Being Bison alumni, both Hunter and I know what's important.
Giving back to our community,
supporting others,
and always being someone you can depend on.
Like First Western always says,
you can bank on us.
People you know, teammates you trust.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no to the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Hey Minotauros fans, welcome to Caves, your home ice advantage for home technology, home convenience, and home entertainment. From game day on the big screens, to smart home upgrades, to keeping your house secure, plus car audio and a huge selection of game room gear and accessories, our team sets you up with a winning game plan. Stop by Caves in Minot or visit us at cavesnd.com. With Caves, you will always be in the game. Go Minotauros!
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment. For when things get tough and when times are good, Let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
I am Melissa Mack, and I do collections and loans at Aspire Credit Union.
My name is Amy Rasmussen, and I am the Member Experience Coordinator at Aspire Credit Union.
I think it's very important to give back to our community to show that we care. I think that we're very good at showing our members we care, and they see us out in the community.
What I like most about working at Aspire Credit Union, it is very family oriented. We feel like one big happy family, and Aspire knows that your family always comes first.
I'll always remember when I first started. I showed up to work and my whole office was decorated in Mexican theme because I was going to be going to Mexico. And I remember just being so shocked and like so honored that they did that for me. I just think that's really special that Aspire allows us to develop those relationships with our coworkers.
We do a lot of fun things. We have the best potlucks ever. Kind of brings us together, and everyone just kind of helps each other out.
Aspire to more.
Hello, Tauros fans, and welcome to the Four Bears Intermission Report. I'm Presley Davis, and let's take a look back at that first period for the Warthogs and the Mallards. So first period, the Mallards opened up scoring with a goal coming from Cohen Hoing, and he got that just a little bit over a minute into the period. Was able to get one, just start that off for them. But then Luca Ori for the Warthogs was able to get a goal to tie the game. And I mean, Luca has been one of those guys that has been really stepping up recently. And I know a couple of weeks ago I spoke with Mike Meredith about him, and he said that he's going to be a guy to kind of keep your eye on the rest of this season, as he's really found his groove and they've really liked what they've been seeing from him. And then the Mallards were able to make that score 2-1 with a goal coming from Tyler Kuznire, with the assist coming from Ryan Luke Carelli and Michael Domina. So the Mallards currently lead 2-1 after the first period. So right now it is going to be another one of those games that hopefully we see a lot of lead changes in favor of the Warthogs. We'll see how it goes though, but I could probably guarantee that the physicality will pick up again like we saw last night as well. Penalties so far, Mallards are the only ones with penalties, so they've seen the box twice this game, but I'm sure, there's still 40 minutes left to play, so we will see how that one turns out there. But we need to look over at the league and see what the scores are out of town. New Hampshire and Danbury played earlier today with a final of 3-0. Philadelphia, New Jersey, currently in that third period, and it looks like New Jersey is winning 4-2. They had 2 goals in the second and 2 in the third. Maine and Rochester currently tied 2-2 as the second period has concluded there, so 20 more minutes left for them over there. Maine had 2 goals in the second, and then Rochester had 1 goal in each period. Northeast Generals and Maryland Black Bears. Maryland is currently up 2-1 on the Generals. Now Maryland clinched their playoff spot yesterday, so they're going to be kind of in the driver's seat the rest of the season as they get ready for playoffs. Corpus Christi and Odessa currently facing off. Second period just ended over there as well. That score is 4-2, with Corpus getting 2 goals each period and Odessa getting 2 in the second. Elmira Aviators and Johnstown Tomahawks. Tomahawks are currently up 3-2 as that second period has concluded there as well. Fairbanks Ice Dogs and Springfield Junior Blues. Fairbanks is having quite a game. The score there is 6-2 with the third period on deck. Second period for the Fairbanks Ice Dog was 4 goals. So they had 2 in the first and then 4 in the second. So really big second period there. Hopefully they're able to close that one out strong as well. Aberdeen and Watertown, that's going to be one we'll probably get a live look in at the next intermission report. First period has concluded there, so they're about on the same track as us right now in that game, and that is a currently scoreless game, so we'll see how that one plays out. That was a really fun game last night if you were watching, keeping up with it. Watertown is the team that the Tauros are trying to chase for that 4th playoff spot. Kenai River Brown Bears and Janesville Jets. Janesville is up 1-0 right now as the first period has ended there, so they're in their intermission too. North Iowa and Austin are currently battling out, getting ready for their second period. Scoreless game there as well, so we'll see how that one. North Iowa actually upset the Bruins yesterday, so we'll see how this turns out for this Saturday night matchup. Shreveport and Amarillo are facing off. Amarillo is currently up 1-0 with about 6 minutes left in that first period. St. Cloud and Bismarck, first period has about 3 minutes left over there, and they are scoreless, so we'll see if that changes in the next 2 minutes or if that is going to be how they go into their first intermission. Anchorage and Minnesota are currently in about 5 minutes left in that first period, with Anchorage up 1-0 on the Wilderness. And then finally, Oklahoma and El Paso currently scoreless as well as that first period has started. So we'll keep an update on that for you, but we are going to send it out to a quick break, and when we get back, we'll have an interview with Chase LaPinta. If you saw All Access earlier this week, you saw the first part of it. It was super fun to talk to a fellow Texan about kind of all the great things about Texas, and we really enjoy talking. I also spoke with Colby Volk, which you will see in the coming weeks, and he also is from Texas, so we talked all about Whataburger and sweet tea. It was awesome. But stay tuned for that Chase interview. We will kind of see how he enjoyed his time in Minot, what he's up to now, and then we have another interview you'll get a sneak peek of in that second intermission report, so stay tuned, and we'll see you then.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzel, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
How many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Is someone in your life using opioids? Know the signs of an overdose. Limp body, slow breathing, or vomiting. Step 1 is to call 911 and give them naloxone. It will reverse an overdose, so it can be used even if you're unsure whether they're overdosing or not. Request a free 2-dose naloxone kit now at hhs.nd.gov/opioids.
A better smile isn't just about how you look, it's about how you feel. At Prestwich Orthodontics, we believe straight teeth lead to more than confidence. They lead to better health, higher quality of life, and a stronger you. From Invisalign to braces, our care is built around improving your life, not just your smile. Because when you feel good, you live better. Start your journey today at minotbraces.com.
Whenever you reflect on your time in Minot, is there anything in particular that just really stands out to you?
I think just how much fun we had. Like we just had a lot of fun. Like it was just, we were living kind of our best lives. Like we would finish practice and then the whole team would go to Qdoba after. We'd finish practice and the whole team would go to X Golf after and play golf or something. Like it was just, we did everything together, and I think that was really, really fun. And it made all of us super, super close.
How do you feel like being with the Tauros prepared you for that next level?
I think it was the perfect step. I think just the way that we were coached and the way that I was coached really taught us to hold accountability and kind of grow up and mature as a player. So I think just carrying that in to the next years really helped me take the next step that I needed.
You had a 12-game goal streak while you were with the Tauros. It's the second longest in the NAL League history. What do you feel like helped you be successful?
It's kind of like I said earlier. Everyone was a piece of the puzzle. So I think there's a lot of guys that that helped me out with that. Like, it wasn't just me. Obviously, like, there was guys that were giving me the puck, and I was getting put in the situations to continue that streak. And so I think it was more than anything, it was everyone else around me. And I just kind of got the hot spot for it. But I would like 100%, it was everyone else around me.
And then this question is coming from Ken Oda. He wanted me to ask you about the Michigan goal against North Iowa.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, I mean, I've never done it. Like, that was my first time doing it. But I think the funniest thing about it was, like, that was my second goal in the league. Like, that was my second ever goal. And the goal before that was an empty net goal. So, like, my second goal, like, I still hadn't had, like, an actual goal. Like, it was just, like, an empty netter and then that. And I was like, maybe that's just what I'm going to do is empty nets and crazy stuff. But no, it was fun. I was in shock when I actually did it. And I tried it the night before too, and it wasn't successful, but I think I was a little interested in what Cody was going to say too. Like, it was a 2-1 game. Like, it was a close game, and it was in the third period. So, like, it was close, but no, it was fun. It was cool.
Do you have, like, a favorite game of playing in the Mesa?
I would say any of the playoff games that we had. I think we might have only played one there, but, like, it was loud and it was full. It's usually full, but it was extra loud. So,
moving on to your collegiate career, how did the coaching staff at University of Nebraska Omaha influence your decision to play there?
It was a pretty quick decision. I was committed to Arizona State for a while, and then they brought in a guy, and things kind of got mixed up in everything. And so finding a new spot had to be done quick. And they had confidence in me, and they wanted me. And I think that was kind of the most important thing, was just finding somewhere that really actually wanted me to be there. So just them wanting that. So.
What made you decide to go into marketing?
I think just how broad, like, how every company and every job, like, has marketing in their, like, in one point or the another of their business. So I think just picking something broad that leaves you with a lot of options afterwards.
Do you have anything to say to the Tauros fans?
I would say keep going with the big horns and the cowbells. It makes the place a lot of fun to play in.
Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you taking the time. Best of luck to you this season.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Circle Sanitation is a locally owned family business providing quality waste hauling services since 1980. We provide service to residential and commercial customers, as well as roll-off service for large projects and construction sites. We are dedicated to providing excellent service at competitive prices without deceptive contracts or hidden fees. For more on what Circle Sanitation can do for you, call us or visit circlesanitation.com.
At Northwest Tire, we have tires for everyone. Needs tires that are reliable and safe to get her family where they need to be. Needs a tire that's heavy duty for all of his off-roading adventures. Needs tires that can get him from point A to point B. No matter what you drive or your budget.
Northwest Tire keeps you rolling down the road. When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football, just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team. First Western, you can bank on us.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
The all-new Emergency Trauma Center, built with your reassurance in mind. The new healthcare campus and medical district, now open in Minot. Trinity Health, making more possible.
I am really passionate about this community.
We're very close-knit. A lot of us are heavily involved with sports, volunteer opportunities. It helps us build bonds within the community.
Yes, I work at Dakota West, but I'm also a member. Whatever I do affects myself and my family. We're all in this together. I think it's important to have that integrity.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue, carry on.
Welcome back inside the Rough Riders Center as we start period number 2. Tauros trailing 2-1. Prusek starts up ice. Hands off near side, Ori. Puck behind the net, and McKenzie able to get out and cover that after it was turned over behind the cage. More fans checking in. The Neubauers are aboard. The Hyatts are at the MSU game. The Ramirez family checking in from Pittsburgh. Leslie Rojas cheering from Pueblo. The Carbos are home in Minot. The Mallards are in their own zone. They play the puck up the near wall, but it's kept in by Prusek. Prusek looks off far side. Mullen. Tauros are on the power play to start the period. That penalty taken with 2.5 seconds left in the first. As that caroms towards the net, a good hack taken by Nolan. But the puck instead cleared by the Mallards after Mullen and Prusek collide up at the blue line. Prusek starts the Tauros up. Into the zone, he rolls it deep. Stewart coming on a change, keeps that in. Ori. This is in behind. This is down low. Sidorov in front, fanning on it. Now Ty James, a shot that's gloved and held. $18-12 to go here in period 2. Far side. Nichols fans on it. This is set down the ice as the Mallards come full strength. Big hit on the far side by Spino. Then Foyles delivers a follow-up. But the Mallards are on the attack. Puck to the middle. Nichols picks it off. He tries to turn the Tauros. Morelli's pass is blocked. Nichols finds it. Hands back to Morelli, who's trying to knife in. It's kicked free. Pikic keeps it at the blue line. Pikic carries down low. Tries to feed it to the middle. It's broken up. And the Mallards find it first. They look to get out of the zone. Far side. Dump deep. Cook couldn't stop that as it rose up along the glass. Ty James dumps it from the red line. Touched deep. Cannot on it. Feeds it to the far corner, Sidorov. Long shot off the post, and it trickles in. Prusek gets his first as a Toro. And pulls the Toros back even. It went off the post, off the back of the goaltender, and then trickled in. I thought Ori's shot last night off the post was loud. Prusek's was even louder. $17:03 left to go here in period number 2, and we're back to a brand new game as the score is even at 2 aside. This is Mullen. Plays it down low, touched in front. Toros turnaround try, it doesn't go for Sidorov. The puck to the far side. Mallards throw it quickly ahead, Honing on the near. Honing into the zone. His shot's gobbled up by Cook for a whistle. Draw will be to the near side of Cook. Mullen banks the near side. Long shot, gloved and held. Draw to the right of McKenzie. Pinballs around. Nichols can't get it towards the cage. Foyles pokes at it. Morelli as well, but the Mallards jam it out to neutral. Spadaro takes it away on the back check. Sent down the ice. They'll wave off icing as McKenzie comes out to play. Taken over, Morelli. Morelli's shot blocked up and out of play for a whistle. Draw will be to the left of McKenzie. Draw controlled by the Mallards. Far side, Prusek with a big hit. Tauros maybe catch a break. This is Kolmakov who mishandles. Domino went sliding into the wall. Pass for Kolmakov is off the mark. Wicklund touches it deep. Rien after it. Murphy's there, pokes it along the wall before Rien can get there. Prusek pinches, but couldn't keep possession. It's out into the Toro zone, arm up. They'll wave off icing, so Ty James has to play. Near side, Toros start up. Dump in was tipped high in the air. Wicklund and Smith connect after it. Puck squirts to the front. Wicklund couldn't pull the trigger. Kumlikov shoots one off the mask. Freed up, turn around, try, it's in! Rien gives the Toros the lead. Or Warthogs, I should say, I suppose. With 14:57 to play here in period 2. That is his first as a Toro. We get another look. His last goal came before Christmas, December 20th for the Minnesota Wilderness against the Wisconsin Wendigo. This now his 9th game as a Toro. Far side. Near side, Mullen. Hit hard by Spino. Puck back behind the Toro net. Stewart plays it back to the near side. Nolan plays ahead, Nemenko. Nemenko crisscrosses with Ramirez and then put it up off the glass. Ramirez leaves it down low for Nemenko. Up top to the point, Mullen. Mullen across for Stewart. I'm sorry, that's Pike gets shot. Tip out front by Ramirez, it's in. Toros suddenly lead by a pair. Another look. Pajkic threw that on net. Ramirez tipped it out front. And this game following a similar script to last night, only in reverse. It was the Toros who struck first last night. But the Mallards used a strong second period to take the lead. Tonight, it was the Mallards who struck first. But 3 in the second for the Toros gives the Toros a lead. Let's take a look at the standings coming into play tonight. Olivia, what do you got for us?
Ken, taking a look at standings, obviously, as you and I talked about in pregame show, we're still sitting behind the North Iowa Bulls, but at this rate, hoping we can get those 2 points tonight and bring that, margin a little bit closer. Obviously, the Mallards still sitting in 8th, Then moving up, we'll have the St. Cloud Norsemen, us, and then 5th, North Iowa Bulls, 4th, Watertown, 3rd, Aberdeen, and then Bismarck and Austin, obviously right at those 2 top spots. Taking a look at those current games going on before they drop the puck back down. Right now we're going to see Aberdeen and Austin actually scoreless Aberdeen and Watertown, scoreless almost halfway into the second period. Aberdeen out shooting 15-4 shots on goal, so definitely interested to see how that plays out.
And we also saw the QR code for the jersey auction. I believe bidding goes until 9 o'clock. So get your bids in on those Warthogs jerseys. Far side, Prusek's shot is blocked. The Mallards used their timeout after that second Toro goal. Ori trying to get to the front. He's forced to the corner. Turns away from pressure. Ori. Up top for Ty James. Across for Prusek. Prusek looking for a lane. It goes wide. Couldn't quite settle the rebound down. And the Mallards will ice this puck. Prusek will win the race. Still a few jerseys without bids. So you can jump in and grab those. As well as, aside from the jerseys, there's some other cool Watford things. There's also a Mallards jersey signed by the whole team. So if you're a Mallards fan tuned in, hit that QR code as well. I'm sure we'll get it up on the screen again a few times in the next hour. Or you can check the chat on our Facebook and YouTube. Actually, I think the link is only in the Facebook chat. As there's a long shot, blocker save, rebound kick to the near wall. Tauros swarming, it's up top for Mullen. Mullen leaves across, long shot, tip out front, trickles just wide. It was Morelli who looked to redirect that. Mallards send this down the ice. They wave off icing. It didn't go far enough, so Stewart had to play. Three goals in this second period for the Tauros to turn a 1-goal deficit into a 2-goal lead. Long pass ahead is picked off. Pierman into the middle, bouncing puck. Bove couldn't settle it down. Swept up top, Smith Connect. Just banks it to the far corner. It'll ring behind the net. Mullen hacks at it, keeps it moving along the near side. Kept up top by Murphy. Murphy's shot's blocked by Nichols. Nichols has the stick chopped out of his hands, and that'll draw a call. And the Tauros head to the first Western Bank power play. Just to finish my thought on that auction, aside from the Mallards jersey, there's game day posters signed by both teams. Liv, you've got more for us.
Yeah, I'm also seeing the whole team signed Watford City a hockey stick. Like you touched on the Mallard jerseys, and these posters are so cool. The one that kind of looks like a billboard is so interesting. Definitely one you'll want to get your bid in on.
Those are actually, some of those posters are buy now options as well at just $40. So if a jersey's out of your price range, you can jump in and grab some of those posters before they're out of stock.
For sure, and you have about 40, clock just ticked down to 47 minutes, so make sure you head and get those bids in.
Ori's shot went up off the glass. Mullen leaves off for Ori. Up top, Prusek looking for a lane. He'll drop it down low to Morelli. Morelli carries to the top of the near circle, then gives up top for Prusek. Prusek looking for a lane, doesn't see one. Tries the far side, Mullen. Back to the near side in Ori. This is the side Ori scored his power play goal on last night. He'll go across to Mullen, drop down low. Nolan didn't catch it cleanly, and it's thrown down the ice on the near side. Quick up to the near side, finds Ori. He chips it deep into the zone. Sidorov, hands off, far side, Morelli. Goes up top for Stewart. Morelli just cross-checked down in the middle of the zone. Tauros holding on the outside. Ty James looking for a lane, leaves off near side. Nemenko goes across, shot gloved and held by Connor McKenzie. Kobe, can we get that QR code again? After we just rattled off all the items aside from jerseys. Like I said, some of those posters are by now. There's only 3 of each style left, though, so you're going to want to get in on that QR code if you can before these items are gone. Auction ends at 9 o'clock, so you've got 47 minutes or so. Draw will be to the right of, what do we got? Was there a timing issue? Nemenko on the draw. Just under a minute left on the power play. Ty James hands down low for Sidorov. Back to Sidorov below the goal line. He'll give to Nemenko up top for Ty James. Come across near side Nemenko. Back to Stewart. Hands down low. Wicklund looking backside. He missed Nemenko. Good job by Ty James to keep that in the zone. A long shot. That goes high and wide. 16 seconds on the power play. Spun in front. Back door. It's Nemenko. It's in. Tauros with some flash and flair extend the lead to 3. What just happened? I was updating the score on our scoreboard. Olivia saw something.
Yeah, I think number 15, as Nemenko is skating by, not getting involved in whatsoever. Definitely was getting a little physical on Nemenko as he was trying to skate by, and the ref saw it but seemed to kind of nod it off. So definitely, interesting to see. I definitely think, we'll start to see that physicality.
35 left to go. Olivia was responding to Kobe. Kobe not on the air. This is pushed deep into the Mallard. Oh, definitely a pot calling the kettle black situation as I now respond to Kobe, whose comment was not on the air. This is into the near corner. Morelli guides it up top. Pikic looking to carry in, tries his shot. It's blocked, and now it's a rush the other way. Ty Gordon into the zone. Just chips it behind the net. Spadaro. Dumped in by Pikic. Shots this period, 9-1 in favor of the Tauros. 4 of them have gone in for the Tauros. Anytime you have more goals than your opponent has shots, it's been a good stretch of hockey. Freed up. Kulmakov puts it to the front. Shot hacked wide by Rien. Kulmakov's shot is blocked. It bounces out to neutral where Mullen takes over. Looks to chip it in. Doesn't work, and Kulmakov jousting there with Del Senor. Up ice on the near side. This is Mullen banking out to neutral, picked up by Rien. Rien into the zone. Tries a shot save made. Wicklund on the rebound. Can he wrap it? He cannot. Far point. It's the newest Toro. Prusek having trouble. The puck sent down the ice, and it goes for an icing. Icings brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Draw to the right of Connor McKenzie, who to this point has been left in to take the abuse. Puck to the corner. Kept to the point by Prusek. Rings it down low for Sidorov. Sidorov tried to go back the way it came, but it didn't connect with Briggs Knott. Prusek pinches down. Frees it up for Knott. Puck thrown ahead. This will go for icing yet again as Ty James gets back. Consecutive icings for the Mallards. Combined with some physical play here on these last few shifts for the Tauros has this group of Mallards looking pretty tired as they go back to line up for the draw. Tauros control. Ori across for James to the side of the net. Sidorov. Sidorov looking to get to the front. Instead he'll try Ty James. Up top. Ori with a shot that's blocked out front. Ori keeps it with help from Prusek. Return feed for Ori, chopped out of midair. And now the Mallards will look to go along the near side. It's Berg into the zone. Mallards change their defense group. And now Ori with a huge hit on the far side. And that's going to lead to some pushing and shoving. Ori absolutely trucked Tyler Kuznier. Now a lot of yapping going both ways. These are two teams that are both pretty frustrated with the way their seasons have gone. And I think we've got our media timeout as well. They're taking Sidorov to the box. What is Sidorov going for? It was Luca Ori who absolutely blew up Kuzner. We'll get another look here. Looking. Here's another look at that hit. But there's the huge hit by Ori. On-air production meeting. Edward, please clip that. And send it my way. This one down below the Mallard net. Tauros are shorthanded. Without Sidorov, who usually is on the PK for the Tauros as well. Mallards start up ice. They had 3 power play goals last night. They were 3 for 4. This is Gordon, walks in, wires, it's blocked. Gordon to the far corner, touches up top Davidson. Davidson near side Murphy. Murphy, his shot's blocked by Mullen. Morelli pushes it out to neutral on the near side. Murphy and Morelli were jousting well after that puck was down the ice. Davidson on the far side, hands off to Bove, played to the near side, and Berg jammed up the near side, and that gets down the ice as well. A good clear by Mullen. More fans checking in on social. I see Wally in the mocks. Braden twos are aboard as the Tauros break that up in neutral and send it back down the ice. 40 seconds on the power play for the Mallards. Make it 34 as they start up ice near side. De Laurentiis looking to carry in, plays in the middle, and Pierman. Pierman back to the near side half, walks in, blocker save, rebound given on the near side. Kept at the point, chipped down below the net. Pierman stood up by Spadaro. Mallards hold. Touched up top. Long shot by Chrisman, deflects up off the glass. Honing, his shot hit his own teammate in the head, I think, as his teammate was falling. De Laurentiis, maybe it got him in the arm. He's shook it up, though. Warthogs full strength as that's tipped into the zone. Nope, that's tipped into the shooting cage behind the net. I have a feeling that was closer to me than I realized. Yeah. 5:47 left to go here in period 2. This career game 995 for me, and I've yet to get hit by a puck while calling a game. The one weekend I missed in Minot, 2 pucks ended up in the press box. It was a couple of years ago. This is up top. Prusek down to the side wall, and Nemenko has trouble. Puck to the near side. Spino into the zone. Has it poked free. Schwarz hands to Nemenko. Nemenko looking to dance in. He's bumped down. Puck freed up by Ramirez and behind. Big hit by Nemenko. Puck squirts to the far corner. Roberts plays it in behind. Smith connect. Fires one up ice. It's broken up. And that was An offside play, maybe? I'll be honest, I took a glance at my notes and didn't see what led to the whistle. Betsy Patterson checking in from Sacramento. Kim Bartel enjoying this one, as is Terry Thiel. I can't read your comments on the air. No FCC, but the league doesn't like it when I use those words. Neither does my wife, now that our 19-month-old has started repeating some of them. This is Gordon into the zone. Plays in the middle of the ice. Taken away. Tauros control. I guess I should say 20-month-old. Today's the 14th. Far side. Flipped out to neutral. Missed Wickland. De Laurentiis plays it into the zone. Cook out to stop. He tried to give to Pikic. It was off the mark. Pikic able to chase it down and play out to neutral. Wickland bumped down hard. Morelli down low after it, but the puck moved to the far side half wall. Flipped out. Mullen. Hand pass the Tauros can't touch. Mallards do, so now they can pursue once again. Puck pinballs. Eventually it's Domina into the zone. He tries a shot in and out of the glove. Rebound hacked to the corner by Wickland. Wickland. Hands off. Far side. Morelli looks to roll it into the zone. It's off the mark. That goes for an icing. Icing's brought to you by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Tracy Carpenter and the rest of the Carpenters checking in from Bismarck. The Cooks are in St. Louis. What was that sound, Kobe? Draw to the right of Cook. Foils and Pierman on the draw. Mallards control. Bowe behind the net. Bowe turning. Puts it in front. One-timer gobbled up by the Cookie Monster. 3:26 left to go here in period 2. Tauros lead 5-2. Austin and North Iowa, they're even at aces halfway through the second. Valentino and Paddington, I should say, with the goals. Shamrocks are up 1-0 on Aberdeen despite getting outshot 20-8. 31 minutes into that contest. Flicked into the offensive zone. Cannot freeze it up from the goaltender. The Mallards are quickly on it. Pierman leaves off far side. Swept deep by Bove. Berg with a big hit on Ty James. But Prusek there to gobble the puck. Sidorov helps out as well. And now Prusek will start the Tauros up by handing to James. James hits the red line. And then chips it softly behind the net while the Tauros go for a change. At least the defense pair. Forward line stays out. Sidorov gets it to Ori. Ori trying to go to Knott. Knott's shot blocked. It finds Schwarz, who shot it in. Was it tipped out front by Sidorov? It was. 6-2 Tauros. Sidorov. For Sidorov, that will be his 11th of the season. Schwarz thought it was his first for a moment. Either way, Tauros now lead by 4 as that rolls on net for a cover. It's Watson going after Ramirez. Draw will be to the right of McKenzie. No, it's not McKenzie anymore. There was a goaltending change after that last one as well. It's now Adam Kimbrell. Across for Gordon. It's off the mark. Schwartz plays it to the near side. Spadaro up for Nemenko. Nemenko walks in, wires in and out of the glove. Mallards find it first. Set up the ice for Gordon. Gordon working on Pikic. Pikic puts Gordon down hard, and then the puck covered hungry hippo style by Cook, but they're going to call it a hold. The Tauros will go to the kill. Cody Campbell disagrees. Tauros to the Papa John's PK for the second time tonight. Tauros PK coming in 74.12%. That was 31st in the league. Mallards power play 15.22%. That was 20th. Tauros win the draw and clear it. Cannot up on the pressure. Murphy comes to the near side. Berg poked at the line. Settled down by Ori, and he gets the clear. Mallards start up ice again. Touched into the zone by Gordon. Cook finds it. Gives to Ty James. And he'll send it all the way down. Mallards start up ice. Gordon to the middle and Bove. Shot save made. Rebound off the glass. Ty James finds it and sends it all the way down. Mallards start up ice. And again, the Tauros take it away and send it all the way down. This is a shot fought off. And it's out to neutral. Tauros take it away and send it down. And the horn sounds to end the period. A huge second period for the Tauros. 5 goals. Prusek, Rien, Pikic, Nemenko, and Sidorov turn what was a 2-1 deficit coming into a 6-2 lead. We will send it out to a short break. When we come back, Olivia will be on the bench with someone here on the Minotauros Network.
Carry Blue. You get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry Blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry Blue. Carry on.
Welcome back inside the Rough Riders Center. Olivia Tosto is down on the bench with Ty James.
Thanks, guys. Ty, you got that assist with Prusek. Obviously his first goal here. How has it been having him here this week?
Yeah, it's good to get a new guy in the lineup, and our chemistry's coming along pretty good. So,
obviously chemistry here. You guys just had an incredible second period. What were the vibes going into that second period after, a rough first one?
Yeah, that was one of our worst first periods, myself included. I was pretty bad, and we just kept the level head, knew what we had to come do, and we came out hard in the second.
Now, last question, Valentine's Day. Anyone you want to give a shout-out to?
Shout out my girlfriend, Braylon. Happy Valentine's Day.
Best of luck. Thanks, Ty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ty and Olivia. We will send it out to commercial break. When we come back, Presley Davis takes you through the Forebears Casino and Lodge intermission report after these messages here on the Minotauros Network.
If RPMs raise your BPMs, if the open road is an open invitation, then get up and go. Go turn some heads. Go turn a wrench. Go windows down. Go volume up. Go in. Go out. Go off. Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Your plan speaks volumes when you're going to have a drink. Be intentional to ensure your safety and the safety of others by keeping just a few things in mind. The first is to look out for your friends and be the designated driver. Even if someone says they're fine doesn't mean they are. Second, incorporate water into your night. Ordering a glass can encourage your friends to take note. Third, be the person your friends trust and say no to the next round. And fourth, lend a hand when your friends have reached their limit. Your plan speaks volumes. Know your drink. Know your limit.
We had a member that came into the credit union who doesn't historically come in. She went up to the teller line and said she wanted $25,000 in cash. The teller kind of questioned her about it, and she said, "I'm buying a car," but she was kind of fidgety. And is that when she went to you first?
She had to make a phone call to see who it was payable to, and that was
which is
red
way
flag.
weird. I mean, that's a huge red flag. And that's kind of when I came up there and I just said, "Are you comfortable coming to my office if we just sit down and talk about this?"
And that's where you took the phone and talked to the person on the other line, right?
Then to hit the button on the phone and disconnect them, for her to say, "Thank you."
I'd rather ask the uncomfortable questions than hear that I just assisted someone losing $25,000.
Perfect. That's when you know you did a good job that day.
At First Command, our advisors are committed to coaching you towards a financial future worthy of your service. We're dedicated to coaching you from the start of your military career to retirement and beyond, at home or during deployment. For when things get tough and when times are good, let us show you how we honor what matters most to you. It's time to get started today.
All right, Genty, time to learn the option play.
Come on, Coach. I know how to run the option.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Mix and match 3 apps with 3 sauces, like shrimp, boneless wings, onion rings with sweet chili, blue cheese, and marinara. Or wonton tacos, waffle fries, and riblets with honey mustard, ranch, and honey barbecue. Or brew pub pretzel, mozzarella sticks, and waffles.
Coach, how many combinations are there?
There's over 80,000.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Choose 3 apps and 3 sauces for $14.99. That's eating good in the neighborhood.
Since 1977, Northwest Tire's been your partner on the road for over 40 years. People have put their trust in our quality brand tires and expert service on the roads and in the fields for work, play, and travel. Northwest Tire, keeping you rolling down the road.
Hello, Tauros fans, and welcome back to the Forebears Intermission Report. What a fun second period for the Warthogs, I guess we could say, for the final time this season. This is the last night, so before we get into the show, if you want a jersey, be sure to hurry up and place your bid. Time is running out. If you have a bid placed, be sure to go ahead and double check and make sure you get that jersey. Super, super awesome jersey designed by our very own Sebastian. So, you know, those are looking really great there out there on the ice. And I mean, there was quite a few Tauros goals this past period. So if you're wanting one of those that, you know, might be a lucky jersey, be sure you place your bid. I believe there's maybe 20-ish minutes left or so on that. So be sure to just keep
22, Presley.
22 minutes. So be sure to keep an eye on it. You know, that's probably the worst thing you're going to want to happen is you think you have that bid and then last second you don't. So, you know, as time is getting close to 9 p.m., be sure to just keep refreshing and checking that. But let's take a look at the past period. So that first period, the Mallards struck first. Just a quick recap. Mallards struck first, but then the Tauros were able to get on the board with the goal from Luca Ori. And then the Mallards put themselves in a 2-1 lead going into the second period. But overall, not the worst case scenario for the Tauros. It was just one of those where they have to kind of
regroup in that intermission, and that is exactly what they did for the second period. Second period was all Tauros. I mean, it was definitely one. If you are not in Watford City, you were probably wishing you were super electric in here. Great turnout for a Saturday night game here in Watford City. One of the newest Tauros, Joachim Prusek, got his first Tauro goal. Super exciting to see that, with the assist coming from Ty James. And then Lucas Reen got a goal, I believe, 3 minutes after Joachim's. And then Nikita Kolmakov had the assist on that one. And then in the same minute, Dominic Pikic got a goal with the assist from Riley Mullen to keep the Warthogs rolling. And I didn't mean to rhyme there. That was kind of crazy. And then at the 10-minute mark, Volodymyr Namenko got a goal with the assist coming from Ivan Sidorov and Philip Wickland. And then finally, to cap it off, Ivan Sidorov got a goal of his own with 2.5 minutes left to go, with the assist coming from Alex Shores. So again, Tauros had total control in that second period, a really, really exciting period. Physicality was starting to pick up, so that'll be something we're watching in the third. But overall, if the Tauros can keep this one going, we will have a really fun night here in Watford City. And especially if you're wanting a jersey, I cannot stress enough how upset you will be if you don't get a jersey, so be sure to place your bids. But other than that, we'll see how the rest of that third period goes, you know, with discipline. Mallards, the first time this weekend, are down by 4, so we'll see how they're going to regroup, and I'm sure we'll have an exciting third period ahead. But let's take a look around the league. We will have a live check-in here in a little bit for some scores that are out of town. But in the Central Division, we have some really big matchups over there, with North Iowa and Austin facing off, which we'll get a look at later. But before we get to the Central Division, actually, New Jersey and Philadelphia, that final was 4-2. Corpus and Odessa. Corpus just won that one 6-5. Northeast Generals and Maryland Black Bears are about 20 seconds left in that third period, with Maryland winning 4-1. So safe to say, unless, the impossible happens, Maryland has taken that one. Maine and Rochester just finished up there. Maine won 3-2. Elmira Aviators and Johnstown Tomahawks. Johnstown is currently up 4-2. Fairbanks and Springfield have finished, with Fairbanks taking that one 9-2. Aberdeen and Watertown. Watertown currently leads the Wings 1-0 as they get ready for that third period. Janesville Jets currently lead the Kenai River Brown Bears 3-0 as they get ready for their third period as well. Shreveport and Amarillo. Shreveport is up 2-1 with 6 minutes left to go in the second. St. Cloud and Bismarck. Bismarck is up 2-1 on the Norsemen with a minute left in the second. Anchorage and Minnesota Wilderness. The Wilderness are up 4-2 with about 5 minutes in that second. Oklahoma and El Paso, about 3 minutes left in their first period. El Paso already has 6 goals, so pretty crazy one going on over there. But we're going to take a look at the live check-in of the Austin and North Iowa game here in just one moment. So when we get that ready, or let's actually go over to the Aberdeen and Watertown game. That's a really big one for Tauros fans to keep an eye on. So let's see how that one's going over there. Tauros are still on the hunt for the fourth playoff seed, and it looks like, because they're both in intermission, we're not going to be able to get those live check-ins just yet. But I do have another fun interview after the break for you to watch. It is with former Tauro Austin Koss. He is now in sales, but his interview was awesome. One of the things with these alumni interviews is just kind of seeing what it all means in that universal theme of kind of what being a Tauro means to these guys. So always super fun. I've heard so many stories that I get chills thinking about. There's so many more interviews to come. I will give a little spoiler. We do have former Tauros head coach Marty Murray on the horizon. So if you're wanting to see Marty again, he will be on one of our interviews. That interview is 30 minutes long, and I think we could have talked for another 2 hours if time allowed. So definitely some fun interviews, but Austin Koss will be up soon. One fun fact about him is he actually started off in roller hockey. So we got to talk about when he went to go play pro in roller hockey over in Europe after his ice hockey career had ended. A lot of fun things, a lot of things he learned, just life lessons throughout hockey. And, that's one of the biggest things is it's not forever. So what you take out of it that will kind of help you throughout your life after the ice is just really incredible to hear their stories and just see where they're at now. And I mean, they just can't say enough about Tauros fans. I think my favorite part after every interview is asking them their message to Tauros fans. And I mean, some of them they kind of need to take a minute. We edit all of it out, but they take a minute and just kind of really think about what it means. And everyone's been so grateful for you, Tauros fans. So keep doing what you're doing, but we're going to go on a quick break. And when we get back, you'll see part of Austin Koss's interview. The other part will be available on Monday on YouTube, the full version. So be sure to stay tuned and watch our socials for when that's posted. We'll see you then.
I am really passionate about this community.
We're very close-knit. A lot of us are heavily involved with sports, volunteer opportunities. It helps us build bonds within the community.
Yes, I work at Dakota West, but I'm also a member. Whatever I do affects myself and my family. We're all in this together. I think it's important to have that integrity.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Find your plan today. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue.
How do you feel like Minot prepared you for the next level?
I feel like Minot prepared me for the next level, just like with like how the team was just like how like you and Marty or like how we conducted our team, just like with team events, practices, obviously like our extra lifts at Heilman's. I don't know if that's still there. And just overall, like it was the whole program is really well run. So just that was made the transition easy. I played in a few other NA teams after, but like, and honestly, they spoiled us like compared to other teams. So like, overall, like the experience just definitely matured me, I guess you could say, like to help me move on.
Now, going into your college career, what stood out to you about Augsburg University that you decided you wanted to continue your hockey career there?
But yeah, I could go into Augsburg, like it was really easy because I had like Austin Martinson who played for Minot, Austin Dollimer who played for Minot, just several other guys, and also Fritz Belisle I played with in Minot. So like several other guys were already there, and like Fritz was coming in with me, so it just made it super easy. And also like I lived in Minot in like a, less populated town. So then I went to Minneapolis where it was kind of like obviously it's a city. So it was kind of nice to be in a big kind of city again, I guess you could say. So overall just made my decision super easy.
While you were at Augsburg, you received the NCAA Elite 90 Award, which honors the student athlete with the highest GPA that's in a championship. How did you balance being a student athlete?
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I was always good in school, so I was always good in school. And then the hockey part was like the escape from everything else. So like it wasn't honestly too hard, too bad. I was in the middle of COVID, so like 3/4 of my college was like online, which made it easier to save time commuting and just actually get time to go to practice and spend more time at home and doing homework. So, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. I mean, Augsburg it's an amazing school, but I think my high school is a bit harder than Augsburg. So it was an easy experience.
You went into roller hockey after college. How did you get started in that? You mentioned you started it in your childhood. What kind of brought you back to it?
Yeah, because I mean, ice hockey is so serious. Like, obviously, you go to play juniors or, college hockey, but like roller hockey doesn't really have a path like that. It's more sort of just like summer pro tournaments. But I always liked roller hockey a lot more than ice hockey. And once I graduated and I had an opportunity to go to France, I was just kind of like, okay, like this is cool. Why not? So then I was there for 3 years, and it was just like nice to, finally, just because I always enjoyed it a little bit more, just finally like go all in with it and live abroad and play and travel, and most amazing experience. So it was kind of just like a no-brainer just to be able to go over there and just do something I loved, because I started roller hockey when I was 6 and then ice when I was like 9 or 10, so it just kind of came full circle.
What would you say the biggest difference is, besides the skates, between ice hockey and roller hockey?
Yeah, ice hockey, it's 5-on-5. Hockey is 4-on-4. Ice hockey, there's like icing and offsides. Roller hockey, there's none of that. Ice hockey, there's hitting. Roller hockey, there's no contact. So it's a bit different. The strategy is almost like in roller, the strategy is like when you're playing 3-on-3 overtime in the ice, where it's like kind of slow it down, bring the puck back, like that kind of play, instead of like run and gun for ice hockey. But those are the main differences, I would say.
And then in 2024, you were part of the all-star team in roller hockey. How was that experience for you?
It was super cool. It was like over there they treat it like it's the NHL, which is crazy because it's not as big in America, but it was amazing. Like little kids coming up to you, like just asking for autographs, and like kind of like juniors, but like they looked up to us so much, and I was like I'm like they knew my name, and I was like, oh hey, I'm like I'm just in my head, I'm like I'm just playing roller hockey, like I'm just from California. I don't really, but to them, it was such a big deal. So that was the cool thing. And also, like, Team All Star was all like the strangers, like the foreigners versus Team France. So, like, we were playing with a couple Americans, Czechs, like Slovakians. Like, so it was a cool experience for sure. Like, definitely one of the more fun weekends over there for sure.
Do you have a message for Tauros fans watching?
I played in 3 NA teams in like my junior career, and Mott felt like it's like a community, and just like the way everyone is so nice around the rink, and it's just like the fans know you, they cheer for you. Like it's more of a community than I've experienced elsewhere, and they're just a bunch of really good people. Like we get to know everyone from the Zamboni driver to, like I said, people in the media booth to everywhere, even like. So it's just keep doing what you're doing, because you make all the players feel like home for sure.
Thank you so much for joining me today, and best of luck on your future endeavors.
Welcome back inside the Rough Rider Centers. We get ready to start period 3, with the Tauros leading 6-2. We'll make that Warthogs leading 6-2. Just 8 minutes left in the Warthog and the Watford Series jersey auction. Both teams full strength. Near side, jammed ahead. This is Berg. Shot soaked up by Cook. Kobe, can we hit that QR code one more time? Like I said, there's those buy now items as well. So if you're a Mallards fan and obviously a Warthog jersey, probably not what you're looking for. There's the Mallards team signed jersey, as well as those posters that are buy now options signed by the entire team. Both teams on those posters. Draw in the Tauros zone. Puck pinballs to the far wall. Stewart. Up to the near side. Gordon drops to the goal line. Jam play. Fought off by Cook. Tauros ring the puck to the far side. Arm not icing. That's because the Tauros are shorthanded. Nemenko went to the box. I missed that entirely. Fed to the middle. Jam to the far point. Murphy comes near side. Gordon. Top of the near circle. Leaves it down low. Up top Murphy. Long shot saved through a ton of traffic by Cook. Puck worked down low. Gordon to the near side. That gets out. Tauros get a change. Dumped in by Murphy to the far side. Honing has trouble down low, gets it back, tries to work it to the front, hacked to the wall by Stewart. Davin Nichols looking to turn, and he sends that out to neutral. Roberts leaves for Honing. Honing chips. Stewart played it to the near side, but it was cut off. Up top for Christman. Leaves off far side. Shot gloved and held by Cook off the stick of Lucarelli. 17:51 left to play here in the third. Tauros lead by 4. Draw to the right of Cookie. Draw one to the corner by Ori, but the clear from Ty James hit a leg and stayed in. Top Lucarelli to the middle, poked at by Knott. He drops it back to the defense, and this time the clear gets out. .50 seconds left. Nope, full strength. So we're back to 5-on-5 as Sidorov dumps that in. Kimbrell, who came in with a 5-10-1 record, was acquired by the Mallards on November 20th from the Oklahoma Warriors. It's an .858 save percentage and a 4.732 goals against average entering this one. Spino on the far side, put himself offside. He tried to dump it in and just fanned on it. And as he tried to exit the zone, the puck clipped him, and that leads to an offside call. 4 minutes left in the jersey auction. Draw in front of the Warthog bench. They're going to toss Kolmakov. This is Pikic dumping it in on the near side. They'll carry him to the far. And it's picked up by the Mallards. This is Roberts. Lakeland with a hit in neutral on Domina. Puck to the near side, tipped up and out of play for a whistle. Taking a look at the Tauros' upcoming schedule. 3 home weekends in a row. Shamrocks, the Bulls, and these Mallards all come to Minot the next 3 weekends, and it's pretty much the stretch that's going to define the rest of this season for the Tauros. Come and help push these guys onto some victories if you want to get a chance to see some playoff hockey in the Magic City. Far side. This is Nichols. It's chopped off his stick, up and out of play for a whistle. .15:54 left in regulation. Tauros still lead by 4. Draw to the right of Cookie. Morelli steps in after Foyles is tossed. Quick shot, gloved and held by Cookie. The Bass family checking in from Winnipeg. Draw is to the right. of Cook. Palindrome on the clock, 15:51 to play. Near side, puck flipped ahead. Domina with a big hit in the near corner. Tauros don't get that puck out. Eventually Ramirez does. Smith Connect working without a stick. Big hit by Nemenko, which led to an audible laugh from someone on the Toro bench. Meanwhile, this dumped in deep. Murphy avoids the charging Nolan. Throws ahead Kuznier. Couldn't glove it down to the stick. Schwarz couldn't find it either. It's to the front, a shot blocked, and now a big hit by Nolan. Up to the point. Long shot through traffic. Save made by Cook. Rebound. Pops up in the air, and Cook says, look what I found. 908 seconds left to go in regulation. Toros lead 6-2. Take a look at the Toros team leaders entering play tonight. Luca Ori with 30 points. Ty James with 26 and Wicklund with 26. Ori has himself a goal. Ty James an assist. And Wicklund an assist, so you can add a point onto each of those numbers. Glass and out for the Toros. Chrisman chips it to the far corner. Mullen back on it. 15 minutes separating the Toros from victory. Long pass ahead. That's broken up, but it still bounces its way through to Ori, who rolls it into the offensive zone. Chrisman jams it along the near side wall for Bove. Bove pressured. Cannot trying to work it behind the net for Ori. Ori turns it to the front, but it's cut off before Sidorov could find it, and the Mallards will start up on the near side, and Bove. Bove dumps it down low. Chrisman after it. So is Mullen. Mullen pokes at it, but it's found in the corner by Gordon. Puts it out front. He had a man there. It was Bove, but they couldn't connect. Sidorov behind the net. Leaves for Stewart. Stewart kicks to the stick and gives to Mullen, who fires it right back to Stewart. Near side, Watson steps up on Connaught. Watson carries into the zone, tries a shot, save made, rebound given to the far side, another save made. Rebound put to the back post, and unable to tuck it home was Gordon, while it appeared that Cook was out. Davidson, pressured by Ori, gives to Honing. Puck to the far corner. Toros control. Of course, this not the only neutral site action this month for the Toros, at least some of the Toros. Ty James just tried a shot. It was blocked by Phil Wicklund. Those two, they're headed to Plymouth, Michigan to participate in the NAHL Top Prospects Tournament, as are Luca Ori and Owen Dawson. Wicklund, an injury replacement, was added last weekend. So that's thrown in front. It doesn't connect with Wicklund, who then crushes Gordon with a bad hit and is immediately put in a headlock by De Laurentiis. 13:11 to play. Question is, how long are the Toros going to be shorthanded? It looks like we were given bad information on the dash auction. Still a half an hour left in that. Unsportsmanlike called as well, so we'll wait to see what the official box score says. Checking from behind, it looks like a 2 and a 10 on Wicklund. Nemenko over to serve the 2-minute. But Wicklund will stay in the box until there's just 1 minute and 11 seconds left in this game, plus however long it takes to get a whistle. Mallards win the draw. Is Wicklund in the box? I can't actually see the penalty boxes, but it's put in the box score as a game misconduct, which would mean he's done for the night. Toros take this away and flip it out to neutral. So that needs to get changed from a game misconduct to just a regular misconduct. Far side, this is Murphy. Puck thrown out and all the way down. Big hit at the blue line. Nichols and Gordon came together. And I believe the Tauros are going to be shorthanded again, and now we've got more pushing and shoving. So Nichols headed to the box. He's talking to the official. Ty James just told Nichols to shut up. That's good work by Ty James. Here's another look at the collision. Nichols was looking at the puck. He didn't see Ty Gordon either. He turns up ice, and I don't think there was intent there by Nichols. But also, you can't just level a guy 30 feet from the puck. Long shot kicked away, so this is a 5-on-3. Left off far side, backdoor play for Gordon is off the mark. Good to see Gordon not suffering any ill effects from that collision. Again, looking at that video, I don't think there was any intent by Davin Nichols. They've given Nichols a 2 and a 10. Up top for Gordon. This is Murphy up top. Long shot gobbled up by Cook. Liv, can you go to the box and tell them to correct that? So the draw will be to the right of Cook. 11:22 left to play. First penalty came with 13:11, so it'll end at 11:11 on the clock. And then Nichols came at 12:16, so it'll end at 10:16. So that means 11 seconds left. Tauros just needed to put an extra player in the box. That's why Rian came across. Tauros didn't realize Nichols had a 2 and a 10, so they didn't put the extra player in. Pierman comes near side, one-timer, blocked by Spadaro. 4 seconds left till the Tauros get Nemenko back. Up top, Christman leaves across, shot blocked. It goes to the far corner. Nemenko joins the PK. 46 seconds left on the kill for the second penalty. Puck moved behind the net. It's caught in the referee's skates. Up top, Christman leaves off far side, touched across near side. Honing, shot blocked by Spadaro. Second try, stopped out front and then jammed to the corner by Spadaro, and the Tauros get the clear. Christman starts up ice. It's the most energy I've seen on the Toro bench in a month. They were loving that clear. This is near side. Up top, Christman leaves to the near side. Shot blocked. And then not cleared, kept. Long shot, that's blocked in front by Stewart. Tauros back at full strength. Bouncing puck, hacked ahead, cannot. His pass tipped. It's up ice for Ori. Didn't connect, and now Roberts and Rian come together, near side. Played to Watson on the far, broken up by Ramirez, but it eventually gets through. Pierman sends it wide. Puck to the middle. Sidorov hands it back to Stewart. Stewart sees some open ice and takes it, then throws it cross corner. Dane Ramirez after it. He's taken to the end wall. Sidorov trying to dig this out. Berg steps into him. 3 Mallards against a pair of Tauros. It's Ramirez and Sidorov down low. Sidorov digs it out, tries to get to the front. Delayed call coming. Tauros will go to the power play. It's going to be on Watson for how long he was holding Ramirez along the end wall. We've got our media timeout as well. Let's stay in and see what this call was. No, it'll be on Davidson, not Watson. It's a hook. So there's 24 minutes left in the auction. Still a few jerseys without bids. Others have gotten considerably higher than they were when this game started. The Tauros go to the first Western Bank power play. We take a peek outside of this building. Tauros not getting the help we need right now. Shamrocks up 2-0 on Aberdeen. North Iowa and Austin are still aces a minute into period 3. So hooking call. On Davidson. Sends the Tauros to the power play. Tauros control. Drop to Nolan. Bottom of the near circle. Comes back to the near point. Up top for Prusek. He'll trade places with Ori. Gives to Ori. Ori's one-timer blocked wide. Mullen finds it. Plays up top Prusek. I'm sorry, that's Ori. Ori now gives to Prusek for real this time. Prusek carries to the far side. Up top Ori. Ori through traffic. Save made. Rebound hacked at by Nolan, but then the cover came. Palindrome on the clock, 8:38 left to play here in regulation. Tauros lead by 4. If you played the 4 Bears over-unders in the Tauros Hockey mobile app, total combined second period shots on goal, that went under. 18 was the total. You needed to get 21 to get the over there. Tauros goals, that's well over the 3.5. It's the only drama left to see if it will have any fighting majors, and 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to do that. Fighting under 5 comes with additional penalties. Tauros start up ice, still on the power play for a minute as this comes up top. Stewart looking for a lane, thinks he has one. It clipped a leg and Karam to the corner did his shot. Gordon couldn't settle that down. Good stick by Morelli, takes it back. Morelli into the zone on the near side. Tries to turn it back up the wall. It didn't connect with Stewart. Eventually it does get there. Stewart up to the blue line, avoids a hit. But the puck does get out. Crispin thought he had Stewart lined up, and a quick wiggle from Stewart. Crispin put himself pretty hard into the boards. Puck touched into the zone. Sidorov after it. Smith Connect jams to the far side. Nemenko couldn't hold it. Ty James from the blue line to the near side, and Stewart. Back up top for Ty James. His shot blocked out front by Spino. Nemenko jams it down low for Sidorov. Touches to the near side. Stewart up top for Ty James. Far side Nemenko, one-timer. Fought off. Smith Connect. Couldn't clear the rebound. Mallards full strength. Tauros throw that to the front. Couldn't get it towards the cage. Nemenko. His shot's blocked by Spino. Thrown to the near side. It's ahead. Lucarelli behind the defense. Shot. Good recovery by Ty James. Stopped the breakaway without taking a penalty. And now we've got too many men. Yep, there's 6 Mallards skating around on the ice. They've got Berg, Kuznier, Lucarelli, Murphy, and Smith Connect all on the ice. The Tauros will go back to the First Western Bank power play. I'm not sure why this one is up for much debate. That wasn't like it was a quick chit. There were all 6 guys. 5 were in the zone, and another was in the neutral zone, looking up ice, not making his way to the bench. Tauros control the draw. Prusek. Across for Ori. Ori back to Prusek. They continue to play catch. Ori. Prusek, top of the umbrella. Comes to the near side. Mullen drops it to Nolan. Back to Mullen and the hash marks. Up top, Prusek. He'll trade places with Ori. Drops it down to Morelli. Morelli wanted to go up top. He was hooked a little, but a good keep by Ori. Prusek walks in. Lost the handle. And then lost his stick, and the puck is cleared. Minute 2 left on the First Western Bank and Trust power play. Tauros start up the ice. Nemenko into the zone, tries to feed Sidorov. It didn't connect. It bounced on net. And we get a whistle. 5:38 left to go. Here in regulation. Draw to the left of Kimbrell. Sidorov to the point. Thrown to the near side. Ty James leaves off far side Nemenko. Nemenko sweeps it to Sidorov. Sidorov back to Nemenko. Tries to come to the near side, and Stewart had to catch a carom off the wall. Up top for Ty James. Left off Nemenko on the far side. Nemenko back to James. Near side Stewart. Long shot gloved and held for a whistle. 5:10 left here. Draw to the right of the 06 birth year Sidorov. It's up top for Ty James. James leaves for Nemenko. Tauros, a young forward group, as there's a shot off the mask. Davin Nichols, the only Toro forward who ages out. Most, I guess about half of the defense core ages out, as this is up top for Ty James. His shot blockered away. Stewart puts it in front. And finally, it's covered by Kimbrell. On the back end, the Tauros will lose Ty James, Riley Mullen, Trevor Stewart, Owen Dawson. Those guys all age out, but Schwarz is eligible to return. Solominski will come back. He's only in 06. Spadaro's in 08. Pikic is in 08. Warren's in 07. So another player going to the box. What was the call here? It's Smith Connect. So the Tauros will stay on the power play just as Based on the timing of the calls, this should be a 5-on-3, but I guess not. Pass for Morelli off the mark. Prusek can't keep that in the zone, and the whistle goes. 4:32 left to go here in regulation. It's a slash on Smith Connect. But this Toro group, pretty young. A lot of guys eligible to come back. Again, a lot of that defense core does age out. The forward group, and of course, also potentially get Mario Fate back. He was second on the team in points at the time of his injury. He's in 07. Of course, Artem Prima's status still up in the air. This one chipped into the near side. Morelli after it. Prusek finds it, guides it back to the near side. For the Mallards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 05s for them as well. So while this division trends older, these two teams a bit younger. Both showing flashes this weekend. As there's a tip that goes just over the crossbar for Morelli. Ty James up top, Stewart. And there's a delayed call coming. Sidorov did something in front, interference to call. Two minutes for interference on Sidorov. So that'll do it for the power play. We'll go 4-on-4 for a bit. 26 seconds of 4-on-4, and then the Mallards will have a power play. Barring further infraction. Surprisingly, no scoring yet in this period. Far side, Tauros control. It's Foyles. Chips it behind the net. Spadaro holds there. 3 minutes. Spadaro overskates. Has to retreat back behind the safety of the cage. Foyles on the far side. Flips ahead. Mallards take over. Mallards come full strength. They go to the power play, sending the Tauros to the Papa John's PK. Goal light is on behind the Mallards net for some reason. Near side, this is Bove leaving it behind the net. Far side, that pops up in the air. Already larger than normal benches here in Watford City. Given the party that is the Toro penalty box, the Toro's bench looking a bit sparse. Guys have a little more room to spread out. Time for activities. This shot blocked to the corner. To the middle of the ice it goes. Murphy leaves off far side. Long shot blocked, hacked in front, and a good stick by Knotts prevents Gordon from getting on the board. Puck to the near side. Gordon looking across the ice. Return feed off the mark, and Cook bumped into. And Mullen sends this one all the way down. Toros come full strength. Final minute of play, brought to you by our friends at Northern Plains Equipment. Toros lead 6-2 as the Mallards start up ice. Ty James chops that ahead. Minot hacks at it. And it's whistled a hand pass. That was a call that definitely needed to be made right then. 48.7 left to go. Draw will come back to just outside of the Toro zone. Nine minutes left in the Dash Watford Series auction. That's poked away from the net by Cook, but kept in by Christman. 9.5 minutes left in that game, 29 seconds left in this one. Again, if you're interested in these Warthog jerseys or some of the team-signed memorabilia, get in there now. This is ahead. Wickland pokes it deep. Christman back on it. Sweeps to the near side. Not out. Poked ahead. Pikich finds it. Shovels it down the wall. Horn will sound this one over. And the Warthogs exact some revenge. Pick up 2 points. And salvage the weekend split. A 6-2 victory. We will send you out to commercial break. When we come back, we will have the Farmers Union post-game show along with some interviews from Ice Level after these messages here on the Toros Network.
In life, there's good, better, and the best. The same theme applies for our car and light truck tires at Northwest Tire. We offer you good tires. Best tires. Which choice is right for you? That depends on your tire performance needs and your budget. The choice is yours. Come in and talk to one of our tire experts and we'll help you decide which tire is best for you.
Keeps you rolling down the road.
The Four Bears Casino Sportsbook has a new look. Enjoy Vegas-style betting in comfort. Play and qualify to win trips to Vikings or Raiders NFL games. Order a drink at the dedicated bar. Then kick back in a lounger and watch the full wall display. Feel the action all the way to the final moment and claim your winnings. Book it for private draft parties or game day too. Visit the remodeled Sportsbook at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Welcome back inside the Rough Rider Center here in Watford City, North Dakota, where the Warthogs, who I guess now are technically back to being, well, not even technically, they are back to being the Toros as this game comes to an end. Those Warthog jerseys, 7 minutes left in that auction to make them yours. The Warthogs get the weekend split. We are going to send it down to ice level.
Yeah, great feeling. I feel great. We win 6-2, so it's an amazing day.
Yeah, same. Great feeling. Finally get the monkey off my back. It took a while, but finally came. Great win for all the boys today. Yeah.
Obviously, your goal was you and Ty James both D. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, Ty's a pretty good D. Playing with him is something unbelievable, and I'm happy for that.
All right, congrats, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. Prusik and Rien getting their first goals as Toros. Kobe, why don't we throw that QR code up for the rest of this postgame show? 5 minutes, 57 seconds left in that Watford Series Dash auction. It's not the Toros' usual dash, so make sure you're using that QR code. It's the Rough Rider Center's dash page, so make sure you're hitting them up to get those bids in. While we wait, let's take a look at the Four Bears over-unders. The first one was Total Fighting Majors called. That went under the 1.5. Total combined second period shots on goal, 20.5. The number was 18, so that goes under as well. Total Tauros goals, that'll get us an over. Tauros put up 6. The number was 3.5. See if we have any winners. We do. Tiara Severson picks up the Forebears Stay and Play package. And then McDonald's Tauros trivia. How many different countries are represented on this Toro roster? And the question, or the answer was 7. Of course, 24 Americans on the roster, 2 Swedes, 1 Russian, 1 Ukrainian, 1 Slovakian, 1 player from Czechia, 1 Belarusian, and 3, 4, and yeah, that's all 7. So, 7 countries represented on the Tauros roster. See if who our winner is of the McDonald's Tauros trivia question. It is James Ritchie. James Ritchie, you win the free lunch from our friends at Dakota Drive McDonald's. Taking a peek, Watertown has now pushed that to 3-0. They're going to get the win. Good news is Austin's up 2-1 on North Iowa, so Tauros will get a little bit of help there. Tauros will need to help themselves over the next 4 games. Upcoming schedule, Tauros return home for 3 weeks in a row. Watertown comes to town on Friday and Saturday. A week after that, it's the North Iowa Bulls, and the week after that, it's these same Mallards. The time for a final push to the playoffs is now for the Tauros. We're going to skip the highlights tonight. Tauros put up 6 and win 6-2 over the Minnesota Mallards. Fans, again, just 2 minutes, 50 seconds left to get the Watford Series items in that auction. But for Grace Sandy, Edward Neiman, Olivia Tosto, Presley Davis, Sebastian Machado, and Colby Brault, I am Ken Odo, hoping you enjoyed the broadcast. We're fairly certain you enjoyed the outcome. We'll talk to you next Friday from the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena.